From Chelsea going keeper crazy to Kylian Mbappe, rumoring a move to Real Madrid, and Jadon Sancho almost completing a deal to Old Trafford. In this week's Transfer Thursday, the show in which every Thursday we look at all the transfer rumors circulating in the whole of Europe. Let's find out what are the transfers going on this Thursday. Nowadays, it seems like the world is going to end, but Jadon Sancho, he's never gonna stop being rumored to go to Manchester United. We all love a good transfer story, but this has been carried on for too long now. For all of you Man United fans or any football enthusiast, you just want the guy to turn up for the Reds. Why? Because this transfer has been going on for 5 months and there is yet no conclusion reached between the two clubs, Dortmund and Manchester United. So I believe this move is almost done, but that was said 3 months ago also. But now this move is inching a bit closer because now Chelsea has apparently dropped down their interest in the English forwards, and Borussia Dortmund have bought in Jude Bellingham, uh, and that is why he seems to be an apt replacement for the Englishman. So Man United have been rumored with him for 5 months, as I already told you, and it seems more and more likely that he is going to end up at Old Trafford next season. The deal between the two clubs is going to be around 110 million. Man United have offered 89 million to Dortmund, but Dortmund are holding in for more than 100. So this is going to be a little hard for Man United because there's a crunch in the money and nobody's going to cough up 120 million. But considering that Jadon Sancho is 20 years old and he has a huge career ahead of him, so it would be nice if he moves to Man United, but the deal needs to be reached by the two clubs. Nowadays, it seems like every keeper on planet Earth is linked with Chelsea because the Blues have apparently gone keeper crazy. Why? Because they're linking their inconsistent and error-prone keeper Kepa Arrizabalaga to every keeper on Earth. Few examples can be Andre Onana, who seems likely to leave Ajax this season, but he was linked more with Tottenham. Another keeper which they were apparently showing their interest towards is apparently one of the best keepers in the world, Jan Oblak. So the Blues are apparently going to offer them 80 million plus Kepa Arrizabalaga. But it doesn't seem likely that Atletico Madrid are going to let go of their best keeper in the world for just a measly sum of 80 million. And Kepa Arrizabalaga is not that good of a keeper that they would like to take a loss for him. So it doesn't seem like Jan Oblak would be able to be a Blue next summer, and he has shown no interest of leaving Atletico Madrid. Next, they're also linked with Dean Henderson, the Man United keeper who's at loan at Sheffield United this season, and has actually shown a lot of signs of amazing technique and amazing consistency. Basically, David De Gea is not that good anymore. So Man United are having some worries about either to keep Dean Henderson with them or sell him to one of their rivals. So Man United have a very hard choice on their books, either leaving their highest appearance-making keeper of all time, David De Gea, who is since the past 2 years gone a little under fire, or promoting one of their young prospects into the first team. This is a little hard choice for Man United, but Chelsea could profit from this. Chelsea were also linked with Marc-Andre Ter Stegen, but it doesn't seem like the 2016 from 2016 Marc-Andre Ter Stegen has been the number one at Barca, and Barca are one of the biggest clubs in the world. It does not seem that he would leave the Camp Nou for Chelsea, and the Stamford Bridge is certainly not in his aspirations. They were also linked to, very funnily, David De Gea. A rumor came out yesterday that they are apparently going to offer Man United 30 million for David De Gea services, which I consider to be not that good of a move because David De Gea is in the same boat, is floating in the same boat as Kepa Arrizabalaga. So it does not seem like it might happen. Another transfer which might surprise you is Alexis Sanchez to Man City. So the Chilean winger went to the rivals of Manchester City, Man United, but things didn't work out there as he was on a very high wage and wasn't playing as he was at Arsenal. This season he's gone at loan in Inter Milan but has failed to please anyone. But Pep Guardiola thinks he can get out the best in the Chilean. Why? Because he just sold one of his top wingers, Leroy Sané. So he's looking for a replacement for him. And Alexis Sanchez seems more and more likely. But it doesn't seem like a good transfer. And I think this is just one of the rumors coming out because I don't think Pep wants to try out with an underperforming winger at this time. So now let's move on to the actual transfer news. So Chelsea have been linked with everybody under the sun recently. And one name which is popping up again and again, and it's Kai Havertz. There might be something special in this guy because mostly every club in Europe is after him. So Havertz says that he would like to. Havertz wants to go to Chelsea because nobody is willing to pay 90 million for a number 10, as Havertz is, at this time. Because Chelsea are apparently offering 80 million to Bayer Leverkusen plus bonuses, but Bayer Leverkusen are holding tight on 90 million plus 20 million in add-ons. So that seems like this transfer seems more and more likely every day. It becomes more apparent in the window because Chelsea is a club who are going all out this season. They want to win that champion. They want to win the Champions League next season. They want to win the Premier League, and they'll do anything for that. And they're going to spend very big this summer. They've already got in the service of Timo Werner and Hakim Ziyech. So Havertz seems more and more likely. So now let's move on to the back end of the transfer market, and this is our main part of the video. So Kylian Mbappe is apparently being linked with Real Madrid. This has been going on since a long time, but I don't think Real are going to cash in 120 or 170 million for Kylian Mbappe at this time in the COVID-19 situation. So it seems less and less likely this will happen, and I certainly don't think that Kylian will leave PSG this summer. It can come, his contract at PSG ends in 2022, and I think that he would leave PSG in 2021 for Real Madrid. So the next player and is Jack Grealish. So Aston Villa are on the verge of relegation. So so the talisman and the captain of Aston Villa, Jack Grealish, is obviously one of the main targets for many clubs in this transfer window because he's getting relegated and he's obviously a very good candidate to buy. So one club which is actually popping up with the goods, it's Tottenham Hotspur. They really want the playmaker because it apparently Jose Mourinho is a very big fan of him because he does not have that creative spark number 10 which they really require. Giovanni Lo Celso plays a little deeper role and I don't think he fits there. Even Man United were linked with him, but I don't think he'd go there because Bruno Fernandes and Pogba and Matic are proving to be a very good partnership because Jack Grealish is a number 10, somewhat what Bruno Fernandes is playing. And Man United can't play with two number 10s, otherwise, the defensive capabilities are just going to frail and they're going to basically just break down in defense. The next player who's been on the radar of many clubs this season for another relegation threatened club, Bournemouth. So Bournemouth are currently have Nathan Ake, an outstanding defender who's a left-footed defender and he's very good. He's the only rising spark in this whole let's say lesser than appealing season for Bournemouth. So basically, Nathan Ake is linked with Manchester United, Manchester City, and Chelsea, who are all trying to build on their defense. Man City are obviously struggling to find a better defense as since Vincent Company left last summer. And as for Man United, Lindelof is seriously not that good of a centre back. And even Chelsea want to build on for a partner, for a long-term partner for Rudiger, because Tamore is pretty young right now. So he would be a good piece of business for whoever buys him. But Man City are also linked with Khalidou Koulibaly, and he might move to Etihad Stadium for 90 million. So yes, lads, that's the end of the Thursday. That's the end of the Thursday transfers. Please meet us for next week's Thursday transfers. And that's Football Infinity signing off.